What's up? It's Team MBL. I'm musicbyLukas.
And Lauren C. Ray, DJ video creator and DJ producer.
Tonight, Lauren and I are going to be at the Future House Music event in Amsterdam. So if you can make it out, we want to see you. Plus, I might just be making a surprise DJ appearance on stage.
Oh my gosh.
You never know.
And don't forget, after this, head over to the Discord after party that we have after these YouTube videos. Always a good time. Us hanging out, chatting. Yep.
In today's video, we're going to be discussing how you can find fans for your music.
Now, why is this important? So you want to know who your fan base is so you know what to post for your fan base, like for social media, etc., etc.
Yeah, and you also need fans so you can get plays on your music, you can get shows, and you can build your career as a DJ and producer.
Now, specifically for music, there's really only two different kinds of fan bases. You have your producer fans and you have your non-producer fans, which are people who just kind of listen to your music on Spotify, may go to your shows. They're not producers.
Yeah, they're not producers, but they still enjoy your music. So for producer fans, they may want a certain type of content. Like they may want to know how your tracks are produced. They may want to know if you can listen to their tracks and give feedback. They may want to know if you have a promo email so that they can send you their tracks and maybe you can play them during your shows. They're going to be a fan of your music, but also a fan of how it was produced.
Non-producer fans would like certain content as well. Like they'd love to listen to your tracks, but wouldn't really care about the production. They would like to come to your shows and watch you perform or listen to other artists' music while they're there. They'd like to maybe see your music videos, but they don't really want to see like a track tutorial. And maybe they'd want to see more like vlog style, or you share more of your personal story, your hobbies and interests like that. Okay, so you're probably wondering okay, those are the two types, but how do I figure out or find what my audience or my fan base should be? Producers or non-producers?
Yeah, I think the big thing is, do you like talking about your production? Do you like the idea?
The favorite thing ever, you know?
Like, do you like explaining it, or would you rather focus more on I don't know, the branding part of it, the party part of it, the parts of it that don't have to do with the music? Maybe that's what you're more interested in. You have to also think about if you were at a party with someone, who would you want to be, what do you want to be talking about?
Yeah, or not even at a party, it's, in general, who would you want to spend time with?
Right.
Because even though you're posting on social media, you're still spending time with your fan base. You're making content for them. It's for you, of course, but it's for them too to be enjoying. So what kind of people would you,
what do you like to talk about?
Yeah, because I feel if you want a producer fan base, but you don't like to give away any of your secrets or give people feedback or talk about your production process, it's but that's what the producers would want to see from you. And I'm just talking about social media, not your music in general, but that's something to really think about, because if you have the most fun ever doing your hobby and all you want to do is talk about the fact that you play football or soccer or whatever on your social media, and you want people to think, wow, the football star can make music, and then you show them your tracks, that's a different fan base than producers.
Yeah, that's people that maybe like you for the football or like you for your hobbies, but also like your music. It's not potentially, producers that came to you because they like the way you mix that lead, or they like the way you gave them feedback. So that's kind of what you got to think about.
And I think also maybe you already have a fan base that likes a certain thing, which you could just keep going with if you like where you are.
Right.
If you don't like where you are and you're only getting producer fans, or you're only getting people who just like music fans, and you want vice versa, you can always switch and change, always. No matter how big you already are, you can, because it is worth it to do posts and to do all of your things in life for what you truly like and want. So if you don't want the producer fan base and you want ones that just like your music, but you currently have producer fan base, either figure out a way to tie it all in or switch it over, because you're not gonna have fun, you're gonna give up, you're not gonna wanna post every day. The music isn't even gonna be fun for you anymore, because you're gonna be every time my producer fans listen to my tracks, all they have is feedback, criticism, or they appreciate the production skills. I want them to be able to party to my track, and I want them to be able to have a good time and feel happy when they listen to my track. You need to switch over, I think, too. So there's this white light that keeps leaking onto me right here.
Yeah. She's got something's happening over there.
I'm gonna fix that really quick here, hang on. Okay, the white light is just gonna have to stay.
With Team MBL, we know that our audience is primarily producers. That didn't start at first. We weren't really sure in the beginning what our audience was
I don't even think we were thinking about a fan base or an audience, honestly, at the beginning. It was just well, the reason why we started Team MBL is because there was a lack of information out there. Lukas was trying to make it in the music biz or whatever, and he was I don't know what to do. But eventually when we kind of figured out how to do it and what to do, we wanted to share that with you guys, which is why we created this YouTube channel and why you do IGTV. It all centers around a producer audience to be able to help you guys achieve your dreams too. So it makes sense like that.
As we've worked and grown the community, and as we went to events like ADE, we realized we love talking to producers.
We like the producer fan base, exactly. So we wanted to keep it.
Yeah, we really enjoy it, and that's why we continue to grow Team MBL and come up with new things and like producers team and all these different areas
for like feedback for you guys on producers team, like just ways of content, ways of things like that to be able to keep you guys interested
and that's really the key, because once you know what your audience, who they are, and once you start developing that audience, you really start to figure out what kind of content you want to make for them. Like, we're always trying to think about new things for producers, new things, how can we do this, how can we do that? But if we didn't know who our audience was, we would be like, okay, where's our audience? Like, we wouldn't be at this step. So now we're at this step because of the fact that we know who our audience is.
Yeah, but my question is, like, what about your music? Wise. So like for instance, if they're listening to this and they're like, cool, social media, but with my music specifically, should I change my music to fit more of what my audience likes?
Well, there should always be an audience for whatever type of music you produce. So if you like to produce like club banger music, it's pretty obvious that your fans are probably going to be people that like coming to those kind of like, to the club, they like to party.
That's for like the non-producer fan base, I guess. Or even other producers that produce
and like to go to the club.
That type of music as well. So that's the thing. It's like you have to figure out what style or type of producer or non-producer fan base also, I guess.
You always want to produce what you love. So you always want to produce the music that comes to you naturally, and then try to figure out what kind of audience, or if you can create an audience to fit that type of music that you make.
What would you say, like for instance, for the tracks you make? So you're saying, oh, for Team MBL specifically, we have a primarily like producer audience. Would you say the Music by Lucas socials also have like a primary producer audience?
Yeah, primary producer audience. It's not really mixed. Yeah, it's mostly producers.
For your music, you're talking about content that you share, like that we share about like helping producers. Music-wise, what do you think your producer audience likes about your specific music?
I think they like to be, they're intrigued by the fact that it's like future trance, that it's different, that they're like, what is this really about?
It inspires them maybe to like want to create something new for them.
Or to like know how it's made, or what the process is, or how I got to that point, or how it was,
So the behind the scenes of the music as well, that sort of thing.
So that already helps me think of content, because I'm already thinking, okay, this is the kind of stuff that they're interested in seeing. And you can figure that out just by, as you start to build your socials, you start to get more comments on certain posts, you start to get more likes on certain posts, you start to get more DMs back on your story. How'd you do that? What's the point? And that's where you start to see like what people are interested in. So now you know more so what you can make, and to make your fans excited, to keep them engaged.
And you're probably thinking like, okay, cool, guys, keep going on and on about social media and, sometimes music or whatever, but the thing is, nowadays, when it comes to your music, you can't just drop the most amazing track ever, self-released, or even on a label, and be able to go from there. It just doesn't work like that right now. So that's why we're touching so much base on it, because it really is about growing your fan base, like we said way early on in this video, to be able to propel yourself forward. And so in order to keep a fan base, or to continue to grow a fan base, you have to know what your fan base is, what they would like, but it goes along with what you like to, remember, and then keep doing it and creating content for them. And I think that's mainly what we're trying to say in this video.
Yeah, and it's going to make your life so much easier, so much happier. It's going to give you more time to work on your music once you know how to do the rest. Because the thing that really causes the frustration is not knowing what to do with the social media site. So you either cut it off, like I'm not even going to focus on it, or you're spending hours of time and then you don't like see results. So that's really why I think it's so important.
And that's like, this question is one that he gets all the time on like your producers team or your other Skypes that you do with people one-on-one. When it comes to anything music related and propelling it forward, it is mostly boils down to like, how do I find a fan base?
Especially because producers work so hard on their track or their EP or all this kind of stuff, and they put so much into it, and then if they aren't good at social media, if they don't have an audience, or if they don't understand this side of it, they end up releasing this thing that they spent months on, not really getting any results out of it, and they're like,
or they get results they didn't have in mind. So you might say, oh, if you sign to enough labels, if your music is good enough, who cares about socials, like you can still make it. We didn't say that's not true, we just said you can't propel it as fast or as quickly forward, and sometimes that doesn't work for everybody. You know, a lot of things come down to like a little bit of a coincidence here or there, opportunities, stuff like that. You can create your own. You can create your own all of that if you just work on what 2019 luckily has for us, which is the socials and the content and stuff for your fan base. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
Blah, 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 blah. The light is really taking over Lauren right now. So we better wrap up this video.
Yeah, so make sure you comment below any tips or tricks that you have that we may not have mentioned and that have worked for you.
Yeah, make sure to stop by the after party. Make sure to subscribe. If you're here, if you're in Amsterdam at the
like
Future House Music
we're
event,
going to be there.
We're going to be there, so come on by.
Or Dance Fair a little bit later.
Fair,
in like
we're going
2
to be
weeks,
there.
we're going to be
talking
at Dance
about
Fair.
that a lot soon. And
yes.
Yeah,
We'd love to meet you guys, see you guys, and yep, catch you later.
All right. Bye.